All right, have and have not fans, how's everybody doing? I know this is kind of a last minute thing here, but I just wanted to let you know that I wanted to do a live stream about something that somebody brought to my attention in regards to IMDb, about the haves and the have-nots. I believe it's season 6 we're going into on January the 9th. Now, this website, again, I am familiar with it, but I'm not really in depth in terms of everything this website has to offer aside from listing out actors, actresses, things about their careers, all the shows and movies they've been in. Now, the haves and the have-nots has been listed on their website with episode titles for almost the complete season 6. Oh, I see some people in the chat. Big Smoke and oh wow, actually I see a few. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Looks like everybody's doing all right. And again, this is kind of a impromptu live stream. Didn't plan on doing it today at all, but this is some big information I want to get out to you now. If you notice, I am doing things a little bit differently. I have my face in the corner. Then on the other side, I have the actual website, web page that I will be using in a few minutes. Now, I want to let you know before I move further, this will potentially contain spoilers for season 6. Now, by spoilers, I'm referring to the episode titles themselves. Now, if you don't want to get any kind of information on that, I urge you to leave the stream now, even though I do love you supporting the channel. Before you move forward, everybody have a good Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. I was at home, let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, came back to Lynchburg on Tuesday. And got a cologne set, I believe it's called Curve, for my parents. Gave them some good stuff. My nephew, sister had a good time. And me and my mom talked, obviously, haves and have-nots at least a couple hours each day, aside from watching Hallmark movies. So I am excited for January the 9th. Now, again, wanted to let you, 278 people watching, great. I wanted to let you know I'm about to open IMDb's list of episode titles for season 6. Now, again, these could be working titles. Things could be subject to change. I don't know for sure, but I do know this much. I am excited to see what they'll be offering. Now, I'm going to try to pull up on the screen here. And here we go. All right, so episode 1, the title seems to be Afraid of Flames. Now, that's could mean a lot of different things because we've seen a lot of things involving flames within the haves and have-nots. We're talking when Veronica burnt down her house, when she got Catherine to burn down hers. Afraid of flames meaning, you know, too close to, you know, what's that saying, you know, get too close or play with fire, you're going to get burned. This could mean a few different things here. And again, this is just me speculating based off the episode titles we have. I don't know anything for sure. Like it says here, know what this is about, be the first one to add a plot, meaning that as far as I know, there has been no plot release for this episode itself. So Afraid of Flames could mean, you know, somebody's character turning around for the worse, you know, somebody who's about to do something that they know they shouldn't do, but they're hesitant. So maybe it's a character like Mitch, you know, becoming more Malone. Like I could see his family try to get him more involved with the Malone lifestyle. He's hesitant at first, but again, remember in the preview trailer, we actually saw Mitch at like a table with another person, you know, dealing out wads of cash, and Benny shows up. So again, this could be a Mitch focused episode. You know, I know I just, you know, speculating here. This is one title that interests me. Episode 2 called Searching for a Mother's Love. That relates to so many characters in the show. We have Candace, of course, you know, who lost her son. Hannah, who lost her grandson, searching for a mother's love. This could, in fact, be a Jeffrey episode, you know, the fact that he got betrayed by his mother. Or look for the fact that Justin's mother, Pearl, who we haven't seen in a while. If you don't remember Pearl, she's the feisty, fiery redhead across the street from where Candace lived at. Basically the one that was all, you know, walking in front of her house, had the cameras pointing in that direction, pretty much the nosy neighbor. Remember that she, well, I wouldn't say she's a racist, more like she really isn't too fond about black people, so to speak, given the fact that she seems to be a Southern Belle kind of character. And then the fact that I've speculated that Justin is who Jeffrey would have become if he had never came out of the closet. Basically, Justin represents who Jeffrey could have become if he decided not to come out the closet, let his mother orchestrate his entire life. I said it before that even though Justin is married and has a kid, his wife, who's the judge of the Veronica case, or the Little Lizzie hit and run case, she seems a bit older than Justin, so we can assume that she was set up by Pearl to be Justin's wife, and just to make sure he wasn't a homosexual. One could assume that Justin may have shown homosexual tendencies as a kid, but then Pearl did everything within her power to keep him heterosexual by having him marry a woman and have a kid. So remember that Veronica revealed to Justin's wife in court the video of Justin and Jeffrey together. So this could mean that Pearl does find out about what happened with Justin and Jeffrey, and she disowns him. That could be one reason. I mean, again, these titles can be misleading. Well, not technically misleading, but they could involve more than one person. And I'm trying to pull up the chat here, see what everybody's saying. Yeah, Pearl makes me sick too. Episode 1 is when Candace refused Benny's advice. Yep. Okay. Well, hey, I'm glad to hear that everybody is able to see and read. Yeah, I see some funny comments here. Okay, well, back to the episode listing. We have number 3. Okay, Undercover Vice. Now, this one actually does have a little plot here. David discovers Jeffrey's whereabouts. And again, in my mind, this means that David finds out that Jeffrey is in jail. And if that's actually true, I'm excited because this means that David's going to find things out quickly. I like this. This is better than Candace not finding out about Quincy Jr. until like what, 12 or 14 episodes in the season, last season. I guess the bigger question is, when will the Veronica accident happen? I mean, be known, like Veronica and Melissa, when will they be announced to have been in an accident? That's one question I want to know. So Undercover Vice, that's an interesting one. Does it mean that we have another high-ranking detective or something in the show that we didn't know about? Who knows? Not to mention, how does David find out about Jeffrey being locked up? This could be the scene in the trailer where Candace and David are briefly seen together, and then Candace walks off. All right, then episode 4, The Lion. Hannah reveals a dark secret, and then David calls Catherine for help. What I'm thinking is, let me talk about the second part first. David calls Catherine for help. This could mean one of two things. Number one, he's calling Catherine for assistance with getting Jeffrey out of jail. But then again, David was a judge himself, so with his connections, well, then again, given the fact that Veronica's most likely out of commission and he probably doesn't know about it, Catherine would be the next best choice in order to get assistance for Jeffrey getting out of jail somehow. So it's probably the Jeffrey situation. David calls Catherine for help. I don't know if David would call Catherine for help in regards to Veronica. I don't know. I don't think he would. And then the first part, Hannah reveals a dark secret. So it's called The Lion. Hannah revealed. What secret does Hannah have? The only dark secret I can really think of is what a lot of us want, and that's regards to Candace's father. Or the dark secret could be Hannah revealing to Benny that Tony really wanted him off life support in order to get his kidney. That could be one reason. All right, then we move on to episode 5, Errand Boy. This could mean Oscar, given the fact that he's been like a hidden spy or a secret agent for David as well as Jim. So we really, Errand Boy, yeah, Oscar's really the only character in my mind in this point of the show that fits that category. Hannah's tea. Now, Hannah's tea, I mean, all I can think about when I hear tea is the fact that, we have the Kermit the Frog memes that have been pretty much popular for the past 1-2 years. What I'm thinking is that Hannah's tea could be in relation to the line where we have Hannah reveals a dark secret. So Hannah's tea being spilled could mean that her business is all out in the street and everybody knows it. That could be one reason, but I'm really thinking about what Hannah has under wraps that she wouldn't want known to the public, or at least, the main characters. The only thing I could really think, and again, this is probably just me hoping too much, I really want it to be information about Candace's father. I don't think there's anything secret about Quincy Jr.'s death that she will be withholding, because I think it's pretty obviously that we saw everything that happened conspire during his murder by Warlock. So her secret may have something to do with her past, or, something involving Benny and Candace's, past. Every 6 months, I got nothing. I got nothing. Every 6 months. I know it's probably going to be referenced in the show. That's one thing about the titles themselves. They're either referenced verbally within the show, or there's some sort of dialogue where it's like, yeah, every 6 months something happens. So I really don't know about that one. Then episode 8, we have Wicked. This could mean so many things. Wicked runs within the blood of so many characters in the show. When I think Wicked, I'm honestly, Veronica is the first person that comes to mind in terms of being wicked. Candace, of course, seems to be the #1 bad bitch of the show this season, just based off the trailers that we've seen so far. Because again, we haven't seen any Veronica whatsoever in any of the trailers, or like the cast members sitting down to talk about questions in regards to the upcoming season. So Wicked could most likely be focusing on Candace, or it could mean that the Wicked Witch isn't dead, and then Veronica, the Ice Queen, is back on the throne. So we don't know. We don't know. An eye for an eye. Again, there are just so many characters this could relate to. I mean, literally, we have so many characters on the haves and the have-nots that have different reasons for wanting to get back at another character. We thinking like Veronica getting back at Justin. Let's see. Wyatt getting back at his parents. Candace getting back at everybody. Remember, she said she's going to get revenge on everybody that's done something to her. So there are just so many ways this can go down. Lover's Passion. As soon as I read this title, Justin is the first person that comes to mind. Because if there's anybody who's passionate in love, Justin is the first person that comes to mind, as well as David in terms of his relation with Erica. But I think this might be a Justin focused episode. Episode 11 has no title yet. Episode 12, In His Eyes. In His Eyes. Again, this could be in relation to Justin and his eyes for Jeffrey. David's eyes for Erica. Jim's eyes for that new chick that Candace most likely conspired to. It's that girl in the trailer that's on top of Jim. You never know. The rabbit and the water moccasin. Okay, I'm not an expert with this, but does a water moccasin eat like small mammals like rabbits and rats and whatnot? So one could assume that the rabbit is somebody who's quote unquote cute and innocent, while there's a water moccasin that's going to, eat or consume them. Not to mention, in one trailer we did see that serpent, in the background of the Candace silhouette. So again, it could mean that somebody who thinks they're home free is about to get ambushed by somebody. The third quarter, I can honestly say that since it's episode 15, one might assume this could be around the mid-season finale, or the fact that we're getting to the third quarter of the final game. Because remember that when it comes to Jim and Candace, it's a game of chess. That was even referenced in some of the earlier seasons. So third quarter could mean that something big is on the horizon. No honor in this game. Again, the title speaks for itself. There's no honor. There are so many. If there were any rules to this game, they've all been broken. There's no honor amongst thieves, cheaters, or murderers in this show. The broken wash. This, I don't know. The broken washer. There's going to be some symbolism in that. I mean, if there's a washing machine and it's broken and it has some kind of relevance in the show, I would not be surprised. Remember that episode called The Silver Handkerchief? That was the episode where David gave his handkerchief to Erica, when they first met at the Sarandon Hotel, and she was pretending to be the damsel in distress in order to get his attention. So the broken washer could indeed be a broken washing machine. But again, if it has some kind of relevance, I will be impressed. Sugar Mama. This could be Veronica. I'm not gonna lie, Sugar Mama. Let me Google that, Sugar Mama. Let me see what it means. I know people out there are probably chatting me right now. It's like, you should know what this means. A woman, often an older woman, who holds her woman in nice standing with money, food, and an apartment. Let me see what the chat's saying so far. The broken washer might mean sex. Wait, what? Wow. Okay, that's good. That's a good one. Wow. Okay, what Sugar Mama? Let me get the chat on this one. I gotta see. Let me see if I can make the chat so y'all can see it. Do you think Sugar Mama could mean Catherine? because she was hitting on Mitch in that one episode. Because when I think of an older woman, I don't think Veronica or Benny, let's say if Benny and Veronica do have relations this season, I don't think Benny would willingly take money and, you know, an apartment and whatnot from Veronica. I think that Catherine could be indeed the sugar mama. Oh yeah, I see a couple of y'all actually messaging me. Since I really can't do the dual screens on this right now, what I want to do is I want to go through the episode titles and then I want to hop back onto the chat. So I'll read on that because I do see some interesting chats right now that I want to get to. Let me just kind of scroll through. Okay, we're about halfway done, so let me just pick up where I left off. Okay, so we got Sugar Mama. Next up, Team of Rivals. This is one that I'm excited for because again, I don't know what the plot is, but just by the title, Team of Rivals, this could be the Veronica Candace team up. We can see Jim and Catherine teaming up. We could see Candace and Catherine team. This episode to me seems like we're going to see some team ups that we haven't seen before, but we've always wanted. So I do think that'll be interesting. Next thing we have Smitten. So again, this could be indeed a David episode with Erica because again, the fact that he's just, I feel like David is blinded by his attraction to Erica, just like he was blinded to his loyalty to Veronica. And next we have Mole, which is like a secret agent within the characters. So Mole. This could be Anna in terms of, you know, her using Y to get his money. This could be Oscar, who could be working for the FBI. We don't know. Mole could be a new character that we've seen earlier in the season, but we don't. Yeah, I know it says, I see a couple chats like I thought it was season 6. To my knowledge, we're about to have season 6, but IMDb have season 5. I don't know. I just know these are new episode titles, so we can go off that. Mole could mean that we have a new character introduced in the upcoming season, you know, obviously earlier than episode 21. And then it turns out that this character has hidden agenda or motive. So keep in mind that a lot of big name people have been dying, like Maggie Day, Jennifer Salison, the DA, in Savannah, Georgia. So people are going to be asking questions. Maggie got killed at Veronica's front door. Jennifer Salison got killed, well, to the new DA's knowledge, is like possibly at Catherine's old house. So we don't know. We don't know. The FBI might show up at some point. Till death do us part. Some people have been messaging me thinking, do you think Catherine would kill Jim? I don't know. But keep in mind that those two will be getting a divorce. Could this be Veronica and David centric episode? So when it says till death do us part, I'm thinking this either has to do with David and Veronica, or Jim and Catherine, or two characters get married on the show. Possibly, you never know, Justin might try to kill his wife. I don't know. This guy's crazy. You never know. The Road to Hell. There are just so many people on this show who have done things that are clearly paving their way there. So I don't know. The black dress, when I think black dress, I automatically think funeral, which is interesting because we have the black dress and then a couple episodes before that we have Till Death Do Us Part. So it seems like, you know, between Mole and the black dress, we might have some interesting episodes coming up. A Father's Regret. I'm thinking we are talking about Jim and Wyatt here. I'm thinking about Jim and Wyatt here. Till Death Do Us Part. Could that be Anna and Wyatt? I don't think they'll get married that fast. No. A Father's Regret. Not to mention, you know, Jeffrey and David, another father-son duo there. So you never know. A father. Could this be Tony and Benny? Could this be Candace's father? Again, I just love the fact that these titles could mean so many things because if you've noticed in previous seasons, we'll have the episode title, but then that title relates to different storylines. Like, oh, it's not just about the dynamic between Catherine and Wyatt as mother and son. It also relates to Hannah and Benny, or Celine and Carlos, or Veronica and Jeffrey. So again, these titles could mean multiple things here. The damn defibrillator. Is that like a heart machine? I feel like, oh no. Isn't that a thing like in the back of ambulance? Let's say if somebody can't breathe, they put it on the chest and, you know, it's like clear. So defibrillator. I don't know. Maybe this is in relation to Till Death Do Us Part, like somebody's on the deathbed and then they're being revived by that. Episode 27, no title. 28, no title. 29, no title. 30, no title. We're closing out here. We get to episode 31, The Chosen. This could be the ones who ascend to a new level, because one thing that the cast members have been saying about this upcoming season is the fact that there's going to be like a power exchange. You know, like some people are at the top of the totem pole will be lowered down while other characters get a chance to shine. But I've said that time and time again, if Veronica's on the bench for a while, whether it be a coma or in the hospital, a perfect opportunity for the other characters to rearrange their positions. The committee, this could mean maybe Charles's committee for presidency. That's the main thing I'm thinking of. Exhausted. There are just so many characters on the show who are just exhausted and tired. Hannah, Catherine. Maybe it's the halves just fed up with their lifestyle, pretty much having to fight through everything, pretty much getting what they deserve, but having to fight every minute, every day. Speak through it. I'm guessing people who are going through pain and they need to just talk through their issues. You know, really not much to say there. Battle for the past. For the way things used to be. I mean, honestly, this episode would be a great way of talking about some of these characters' past in terms of, you know, things they've gone through. A good man. Have we really seen one good man on this show aside from maybe Michael? Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. The surgeon. Interesting. Could this be? Here's another possibility. Let's say hypothetically, if, hang on, trying to get this. Well, it does matter. The surgeon. Hypothetically speaking, I don't know if Veronica will be out of commission this long. Let's say she has to get an operation based off the car accident. Could the surgeon be compromised to allow Veronica to die on the operating table if somebody pays him off, or if he has a grudge against Veronica? I don't know. This could be interesting. Power struggle. That's what I'm talking about. This could be the fact that we're going to have so many characters going at it in terms of people. It's essentially like a power vacuum, because again, Veronica was at the top for at least the past 2 or 3 seasons. So with her out of commission, Candace will try to usurp her throne. Or this could be a Charles and Candace episode, because remember, Charles said that the only reason I trust you, Candace, is because I hold the chair of power. As long as I hold this chair, then I know I can trust you. So as I said before, Candace she could be the first lady. She could have everything. All the money. She can have children. But if there was a con or an opportunity for her to get more power than what she already has, she will risk it all to do it. So I think Power Struggle could be a Charles and Candace episode from the 70s. So again, I'm thinking this could be an episode focused on one of the characters past, probably of Hannah, Veronica, Celine, or, you know, pretty much one of the older characters on the show. We have no title for 40. Oh, just a couple more here. We have enough. Again, this could be in relation to somebody who's just fed up with it all. We have morning, which could be a good thing, because that means that we're moving on to a next day. You know how sometimes there are like 4 or 5 episodes, but it's like the same night, and then it's like 2 episodes later when it's finally the next day. Okay, 15 minutes. This could be 15 minutes of fame. Somebody who's giving somebody else 15 minutes to do something. You never know. Out of time. Obviously, a nod to 15 minutes here. So out of time could mean somebody's death. Could be the end of a deal. So we'll just have to see. So folks, that was, if I'm not mistaken, 44 episodes here. You know, it looks like about 10 or so episodes didn't have titles. Oh, season 6. Let's see what this is. 666. No Rest for the Wicked. Oh, well, the date here says June 2017, so I don't know. This is probably old stuff. But either way, it looks like we have some. Let me see if I can pull up the chat here. Okay, well, folks, it looks like we got a lot of stuff here. So let me just go ahead and read through some of the chats, because, again, I wasn't able to pull up both screens. So let's see what we can do here. Just bear with me for 1 second. Let me see if I can fold this over. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see. Stephanie Mills. Stephanie Mills. Hang on. I saw a chat earlier. Somebody said Stephanie Mills is going to be. Oh, there we go. I do know Stephanie Mills will be guest starring this season. Stephanie Mills, and again, I'm only 26, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Stephanie Mills was originally in the Broadway play for The Wiz. I actually grew up listening to her music, and wasn't she the one who sung that song "Home"? Hang on a second, I'm thinking here. I think her song "I Feel Good All Over" is probably one of my favorites. If Stephanie Mills is in the show, I wonder what kind of character she'll play. So I don't know. That'll be interesting. Okay. What's the name of the first episode of the season? Michelle, I believe it was called "Afraid of Flames." Okay. All right. So we got some interesting chats here. Let me just go through. Let me just start at the front, go down the bottom. Pearl makes me sick. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Pearl. I don't know when Veronica's mother is coming on. I do hope she does show up though. I know Veronica saw from her rear view mirror that obviously somebody was in the truck hitting her. I don't know for sure if she knew it was Justin though. At least to me, from my perspective, I don't know if she knew it was Justin. Yeah, David better wake up soon, or Erica's going to take him for everything he's got. I mean, in the preview, it looks like he actually purchased a house. I don't know if that's like his house and Erica's in with him, or he bought the house for her. I hope he didn't do that. Let's see. Yeah, I've never really done spoilers on this channel, and in my here's my thing on it. It to me, spoilers is like an entire summary of an episode. Like if somebody laid out in front of me beat by beat, okay, two characters are going to be talking in this location. One character is going to betray another character. If the entire episode is laid out for me within maybe 3 to 4 sentences, to me that's a spoiler. When I see a list of episode titles, I don't really think that's spoiler-ish, because in the haves and the have-nots, the titles themselves can be really misleading. That's how I see it. But I don't know why Melissa took the wheel. Oh, Melissa was suicidal. Plus, she just wanted to kind of finish up what the guy behind her, Will Justin, started. Like, she didn't care about living, so that was her opportunity to take out Veronica. Yeah, Hannah might tell Candace who her father is. That'll be really interesting. Veronica does need to get what's coming to her, but I do think she's going to be out of commission for a while. Yeah, I don't think Veronica's going to die. I don't want her to die just yet, because there are way too many plot lines and characters she's linked to. Not to mention her being killed off now, I don't think would do her justice. She needs to suffer. I know that sounds messed up, but I think. What if Hannah killed? In regards to the what was it episode called? The Lion. It was Hannah's dark secret. What if Hannah killed someone and that's her deep secret? Remember, Hannah told Candace how to handle the Quincy situation. Um, did Hannah ever tell Candace something about Quincy, like how to kill him? I don't think I remember that one. Wickedest Veronica. I've never watched seasons. Big Smoke. Go back and watch seasons 1 through 3. Find somebody with DVR or something. I know this sounds messed up, but I don't promote this, but there's probably some website out there that has the episodes for the show. I don't know. Given the fact, look at the technology age we live in now, there's probably some website that has the episodes. I'm just saying, I don't know of any, but it would not surprise me. Broken Wash, 6. Sugar Mama's Catherine, yeah. Sugar Mama, she's confirmed it. I think Justin's going to try to kill Wyatt, and somehow Erica will get shot. I do think Justin will let that jealousy between Wyatt and Jeffrey get in his way, because there is one scene in that trailer where he's kind of tackling Wyatt to the ground. Yeah, Smitten, that episode called Smitten, I think it could be Jim and that girl that Candace set him up with. Well, of course, Jim doesn't know that. Probably going to be, she's probably going to be his number 10 to take money from him. Okay, I don't know how Erica could get shot if Wyatt's the target, but then again, there have been a lot of instances in the show where innocent, well, another person will become the target, not the intended target. Oh, Team Rivals, that episode could involve Quita with somebody to get back at Candace. Yeah, that sounds good. Father's regret. Yeah, Jim and okay, we're getting on there. Mama Rose. David is a good man. Well, yeah, David is a good man. Don't get me wrong. I mean, honestly, he was one of my favorite characters for quite some time. But his blindness to Veronica's evilness, evil persona, kind of made me not like him as much. David is cool, but there are some things about him that aren't necessarily good, given the fact that he isn't as downright bad as Jim, but he is able to pull off some pretty bad stuff. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, as a husband, David is a good man. I will think of all the crap he never cheated on Veronica. Think of all the crap he put up with up until the point he finally slept with Maggie. Think about that. Jaden Perry, thank you. That this is one of the things I've always wanted to say. What if Veronica's mother disowned her the same way that she treated Jeffrey? That actually makes a lot of sense. David is not a good man. He tried to get Candace killed. When did he do that? I don't know if he did. I know he called the Malones on Jim's request to have Candace abducted, but I don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. DH Design Online. How does time work on this show? How long ago did Amanda die? That I'm going to be honest here. If I'm not mistaken, it could have not been more than like 2 to 3 weeks. Because when you think of it this way, Amanda died, they had the funeral, Wyatt was placed in jail, he got taken advantage of by Toxic, Wyatt came home, then he ran away, he got his money and OD'd. Then, of course, Jim, Catherine, Veronica, and David got arrested by Jennifer, placed in jail for like a weekend. Then we find out, oh my gosh, Jennifer got shot. Jim gets out of jail. Yeah, if to my knowledge, it's only been maybe 2 to 3 weeks at most. That's just an estimation here. I think it would be great if we had some kind of like official timeline. That would be helpful. Yeah, okay, it looks like I'm at the end of the chats here. Let me kind of wrap things up. Veronica's mom is going to try to kill Melissa. Oh, yeah, we'll see. Who is Catherine's mom and why didn't she take care of her? I don't know. Will Catherine try to get Jim killed? Maybe. David is Jim's biatch, not sorry. I don't. Maggie said it best at the end of season 2 when she confronted David about how does it feel being like Jim's second fiddle, like his right hand man, while you're never the one in the spotlight, you're never the one who's like the team captain, you're like the vice president, so to speak. I actually think that is a good representation of David in terms of David is a very capable character, but he's never one to actually take the number one spot. Like, you know, he was in my opinion like a submissive husband. Not a bad thing, but I obviously think that Veronica had more of a hand in raising Jeffrey. That's not saying that David wasn't there. It's just that I could see Jeffrey doing something that was, you know, bad, and when David tried to comfort his son and like discipline him, Veronica would swoop in and then, you know, issue her own brand of justice. That explains why Jeffrey is so soft-spoken and meek, while David is more, you know, well, pretty much the same when you really think about it. Okay. Yes, Dominique, the guy, Peter Paros, that he plays David on the show. When I see him in interviews, his voice is like completely different. It's like David's voice is like, I'm a good friend, but I'm a better enemy. Jeffrey, I love your mother. I would never do anything to hurt her. And then when David's voice, well, Peter's voice is kind of like upbeat, is like, hey everyone, thanks for turning into the haves and the have-nots. I really do love portraying David Harrington and playing with, you know, all the characters Tyler Perry has written me in with. Yeah, his voice is completely different there. Yeah, Melissa, was she ever pregnant? I remember way back when it was during Amanda's funeral, like after the funeral when they were at Jim and Catherine's house. Candace made Melissa come to the Sarandon Hotel, take a pregnancy test, and then Jeffrey was like, does it take this long? And then Candace was like, yeah, hurry up in there. The way she portrayed herself coming out of the bathroom showing that she was positive, in my mind, I didn't think she was pregnant. I thought she was literally just putting up a front. But the fact that the doctors did confirm that the baby was okay. Remember after she slit her own wrist, she was pregnant. Just like Amanda, you know, we never know. It was like time just goes by so strangely in the show. It's hard to tell if these characters are really with child. Okay. Didn't she try to abort the baby with the hanger in the episode called Veronica Show? Like, remember, it was when Veronica threw her the sandwich in her face and then she went off to court. And then her maid called her to say Melissa tried to kill the baby again. She had the hanger, so I'm assuming that she really was pregnant. Okay. Oh yeah, the chats are coming in fast. Eric Watson, is it possible that Landon and Charles are brothers as a twist cliffhanger? I don't think so. I don't think so. When are we going to see Catherine's sister and nephews? I'm going to say that was one reason I was disappointed in the Amanda funeral, because number one, we didn't even see the funeral. We only saw like the family coming out of the cemetery. We only saw them at Catherine and Jim's house. A room full of people. We don't know who these people were. We don't know if Jim and Catherine's siblings were there or any kind of extended family. We don't know. I feel like the Amanda funeral was just a wasted plot, because I thought that was at least going to be 2 to 3 episodes of the funeral itself, the morning of the funeral, everybody's getting prepared, us meeting family members of Amanda, friends and stuff like that. I feel like here's the thing about that, and I'm going to do another probably live stream on this. I hate when there are plot storylines that I'm excited for, because I'm like, okay, this would be a great way of introducing new characters or getting more backstory on somebody, and then they just fly through that. But then they'll just drag on some lazy plot line for like 5 episodes I don't even care about. Okay. I want to know if Jeffrey and Wyatt going to get together. That would be fine. No, I'm sorry. I've said it before. I'd rather have those two as just friends. CW, your impression of David is so hilarious. Well, thank you very much. I like to talk in this gravely voice because I feel more dignified and serious. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am not Jim Cryer's second fiddle. I'm a proud black man. Proud. Let's see. Zombie Thief, read my last 2 messages. Let me see if I can scroll up. Oh, why wasn't Anna and Wyatt having sex on the episode? Yes, I talked about that. That was cut. I don't know what. That could have been cut. And again, this is just me thinking out loud. Around the time that the finale came out, the Veronica show, that was around the time that Aaron O'Connell, I believe that's the name of Wyatt's actor, he got engaged in real life. Could that be the reason that was cut? I don't know. Look how David said yes. Okay. All right. Are we ever going to see Veronica's? Guys, you have no idea how badly I want to see the extended family of these characters. Do you think the caseworker that can't, Aaliyah? I don't know. I don't know why she would show up again. I don't know. Would this have to do with Quincy Jr.'s death in the terms of, look, Hannah Young, I gave you custody of your grandson, but he's dead. How do you explain yourself? I don't know. That's the only reason I can see her showing up again. She might show up. Candace said that I'm going to get back at everybody who wronged me. Could she have a grudge against Aaliyah because custody of her son went to her mother instead of her, and she blames Hannah for Quincy Jr. dying? So theoretically, she would have a grudge against Aaliyah. Hey, that will be interesting. Thank you for that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, all right. These chats coming in fast. Will Candace have flashbacks of everybody she hurt or killed to make her crazy? Candace is in a very high emotional state right now. She hasn't properly grieved. Instead of properly grieving over her son's death, she's just lashing out at everybody. Whatever happened to little Quincy's caseworker, Aaliyah? Yeah, I just talked about that. She could come back. I could see that now. I don't think Candace will lose her mind. If Veronica's out of commission, like I want to allow other characters to shine. What I don't want is for somebody to become Veronica in terms of becoming crazy just for the sake of becoming crazy. And I don't want that. How much influence in the writing does Tyler Perry steal over episodes? It seems different writers can't. Yes, DH is on. That is one of the best comments I've ever read. I'm actually going to be doing a video or live stream about this because I don't really feel that the shows, not just the haves and have-nots, I feel like the shows are losing their quality. Zombie Thief, yes, I will be doing a If Loving You Is Wrong live stream. I did see the trailer. I just haven't talked about it yet, but I will be doing it. Think about it. Hannah said, y'all not going to send me to an early grave. What do you think that happened? What do you think happened in that motel bathroom? I did find it interesting that she didn't get shot because that door to the bathroom was full of holes. Look, I don't think she purposely let Quincy Jr. get shot. I don't think so. Because Quincy Jr. was a plot device. That's all he was. Because it was about establishing more character for Hannah, Benny, and Candace. And as I said, I even did a video on this before he got shot in the episode. Out of all the characters to die, his death would have the most impact. Yes. I will be doing a Loving You Is Wrong stream. And if you don't mind, I'll be more than happy to do a live stream on the Pains as well. Yeah, I will. Look, I don't know if I'll do a Loving You Is Wrong right after this live stream. Here's what I'll do. Let me go back. I'll watch the trailer, and then I'll jump on to do a live stream. Okay, I want to do 5 more questions. Guys, hang on. Okay, I'll do 5 more have not questions. Let me get like a 5-minute, 10-minute. Look, it's been 42 minutes. I need to get a sip of water. I'll hop back on here and do Loving You Is Wrong. Okay, let me do a few more. Yeah, Big Smoke. I don't see how Hannah didn't get shot. I don't see. Will Veronica ever get stabbed again? Look, she just got in a car wreck. I think stabbing is I don't think stabbing would be good. I feel like that'll be a downgrade for what we just saw. Well, I did. Look, no, I'll get to it. Loving You Is Wrong. Hang on a second. I'll get to it. Do you think season 4 was way better than season 5? I think season 5 started off strong. I believe season 5 picked up where season 4 left off, you know, with Hannah in the hospital with Quincy Jr. Season 4, I think it was pretty solid. I want to say season 4 is probably better than 5. Will they show his funeral? Tammy, we don't even know if he's going to be cremated. We just know that Candace said that, but we don't know. I don't know if he's going to be cremated or not. Think about it this way. We have the trial of Jennifer Sallison's death. We have the trial of Quincy Maxwell. We have the funeral. There are 3 big things in the show right now, as well as, you know, if Charles wins his candidacy seat for wins the seat for president, we don't know. So if Quincy Jr. probably going to be, his funeral probably going to be like 3 seasons from now. That's because we all know the pacing of this show. Do you think Quincy got shot because he was wondering where his mom is? Nah. Eric, I don't know if it was way better, but I think it was pretty decent. Okay, one more question here. I don't think Candace will turn against Benny for good. I don't know. I got to think about that. Okay. Well, okay. Can you start an Empire? My mom actually said I should do Empire videos, but I haven't watched the show. I feel like I would have so much to catch up on, but we'll see. Okay, guys, I'm going to close out the live stream now. It's been 45 minutes because enough of you have asked me. Give me about 10 minutes and I will do an If Loving You Is Wrong. So it is 5:54 p.m. here in Virginia. Tune in at about 6:05, 6:10. Let me just watch the trailer a couple times. Let me just take a quick break, get some water. I'll be back on very soon for If Loving You Is Wrong, and thanks for tuning in.